to Los Angeles to investigate how Hollywood creates those high-tech horrors.
Who's your favorite old-time movie star? Nelson Eddy, Jeanette MacDonald, Wallace Beery? One of my favorites is Lon Chaney Sr., the man of 1,000 faces. Really, Chaney became his characters because he insisted on doing his own makeup. Nobody does their own makeup anymore. When he became the Hunchback in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Chaney wore a 42-pound rubber hump on his back that shrank him from 5'10" to 4'1". As the Phantom in The Phantom of the Opera, rumor has it Chaney wore fish hooks inside of his nostrils and under his bottom eyelids to pull back his nose and bulge out his eyes and make his face look like a skull. You got to admire the guy. And not only did Chaney play the parts, he concocted his own makeup through countless scientific experiments. Today, experimentation continues with creations like Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and Slimer in Ghostbusters.
Disgusting blob.
If you look behind the masks, you'll see makeup artist Steve Johnson, whose expertise comes from a lifetime of curiosity.
I was a real creative kid and I like monster movies. And I just started playing around with the stuff, getting books, any books I can get my hands on. And I think it's kind of a natural progression when you're a kid to be doing this kind of stuff, because when you do this kind of restructuring of your face and masquerade, you can have so much fun with it. You totally lose all inhibition.
At Steve Johnson's XFX studio, you'll see faces only a mother could love.
To do a fantasy creature like this, we first of all have to know a lot about anatomy. We have to think about the skull underneath. We have to wonder how the muscles are going to stretch back as it makes a fierce expression. And then we have to know what expression to give it in order to evoke fear from the people that are seeing it. And there are a lot of things that are pretty much commonsensical. If you see a mouth with big scary teeth, you're going to be afraid of that. But one of the reasons kind of is, I mean, you can trace that kind of back to the animal kingdom. If you ever look at your dog real close and do like this, they don't like it, because that's kind of a standoff thing with animals a lot of times. And it's the same thing with people.
So it's the pearly whites that make our skin crawl. And here's another angle on monsters. 45-degree
angles frighten people for some reason.
On a face?
On a face, sharp-pointed things. If you notice this, the brows are going in at 45-degree angles. That makes him look mean. Actually, the whole face is structured at a 45. The way the chin is pointed this way and the ears go back up here, there are 45-degree angles all over this thing.
Want to see something really scary? Well, hang on as Steve and his assistant transform me into a gruesome, I mean horrifying creature.
The first step of this particular makeup is to put the back of the wig on.
That was easy, but the whole process is going to take 4 hours. Next, I was fitted with a thin rubbery mask. In the biz, it's called an appliance.
We call it an appliance because we apply it to the face. It's a soft, flexible rubber piece that we gradually, bit by bit, apply to your face, and it becomes a new face blended with your skin eventually. So the first part we usually do with a piece like this that's big is we'll anchor it toward the center and work outward.
They attach the mask with a strong bonding glue that doctors use as a medical adhesive.
The interesting thing about this particular design, in my opinion, is it takes advantage of some aspects of your face. Your nose, your mouth, and most of the really expressive areas of your face are either not covered by the rubber piece or very thinly covered by the rubber piece. And that, to me, is what makes it a real makeup rather than a mask glued to your face. It incorporates your personality and your expressions with the new ones, which is much more exciting than just gluing a brand new face on you.
1 hour down and 3 to go. Now we begin the painting process.
I'm building up layers of color that will indicate or give the illusion that you're seeing into the skin as you do real skin. Skin does not just reflect light. When it hits it, it absorbs a lot of it. It's translucent. So we have to do our best to kind of fool the camera into thinking the rubber is translucent, and the only way to do that is to paint a lot of different layers over it, almost an impressionistic kind of look that may not look very realistic to the eye. But once it's translated onto film, it works out pretty well.
So the dark red color you put on first is the blood that you would see under the skin?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
For a complete monster look, we must accessorize.
Okay, we're almost finished, but there's 2 more things that are going to really make this look good.
Okay.
And one is the teeth, and the second is the lenses. Now, the teeth are going to make it look a lot more frightening because it's going to force your lips into more of an open configuration.
Before we reach the magic monster moment, let's review.
always wanted to do that.